So we're here today with Rory from ESA Properties. We've had him on the channel before. He's come a long way from the last video. We're at one of his projects now. He's going to talk us through it.
Sweet. So this was 6 bed sits before, and for this investor we're now changing it into a 6 bed all ensuite HMO. So we've done an extension out the back, which allows us to have the communal kitchen, and then each room's got ensuite and then a kitchenette inside as well.
Cool, so let's have a look inside.
So this is the second bedroom. In here we've gone to that first bedroom to fit the ensuite in. So we've got 2 back-to-back ensuites. It just makes it easier for the plumbing, and as well this room wouldn't have been big enough to have had the ensuite within the room. Would have meant that we need a communal lounge space as well. So this is the communal kitchen. So we're going to have like a dishwasher under there, washing machine and tumble dryer. This will be where all the tenants do their main cooking, meal prep. So they've all got a kitchenette so they can store food in there. But any main cooking needs to be done in here. Otherwise each room's classed as a studio, and then we have to go through the planning for that. And then the rooms need to be like 40 square metres as well.
So what was this all like before?
So before, this would have been the living room of the studio. So then there was like a little kitchenette in there, and there's a lean-to of a bathroom. So the lean-to's been knocked down, and you'll see in the set we've done a single story extension. But yeah, so this is now the kitchen. That's still the kitchenette for the room at the back.
And you were saying as well that before there wasn't even a proper kitchen.
Nah, so where this space is now, so even though we haven't gained any bedrooms, we've gained amenities, so it's much more desirable for the tenants, whereas before there was no real cooking facilities. So yeah, we've added that extension from the back, which is that 3rd bedroom downstairs, and then we've got this room here, which is now the kitchen, and then that little room in between is the kitchenette for the back bedroom. So this is the kitchenette for the back bedroom, and then this is the extension that we've done. So it's just a single store extension, but it gives us an extra room. I mean, doing an extension like this costs around about 30,000, but each room typically will add about 80 to 90 grand in uplifted value. So doing an extension like this is worth it.
Well worth it, yeah.
What do you want to speak about it? One of the old smackhead sofa beds still there. I don't know what you want to speak about.
What little things have like gone wrong since you started doing this project?
Yeah, so a lot's gone right. So we are on track to finish shortly. But since starting the job, we've had, well, in the first 3-4 weeks, we had about 2 grand of tools robbed off site. We've been having toilet roll nicked out of that Portaloo because of some of the not so nice tenants that live in the houses up and down the street. We've also had someone break into site after we've just graded the extension, so there's footprints all through that, so we had to latex that again. We had lead nicked off the roof after it'd been fitted. It's not even like a roller lead, fitted lead nicked off, and then all the lead clips put into a pile in the corner.
At least they tidied up.
Yeah, I know, at least they tidied up. What else? I think that's pretty much it. We've had other issues as well, such as like there was damp issues that we had to fix. You see upstairs we did some structural stub work. The structural engineer thought the joists were running that way, but they're actually running that way. So that was additional work that we had to do. Yeah. So there's been a lot of issues that we've had to overcome. We had plasters walk off site as well midway through the job. So there's been issues that have come, but obviously we had to overcome those and get those sorted out.
Day to day of property.
That is how it is. So this investor's chosen all the designs, so all the decorating and the furniture. You might see there was an exposed brick wall in the kitchen downstairs, so it's going for like a rustic theme throughout. So he's built or handmade some OSB beds. They've all been bolted to the wall as well, so tenants can't move them about, damage the furniture, carpets, walls, etc. And then we've got the kitchenette through there, and then the ensuite in there. This room actually goes into the front bedroom, once again sort of making the floor plan work for the amenity standards and the layout that we've got in the house as well.
Let's get the ensuites in.
Yeah, so to get the ensuites in and then get the kitchenette in as well. Because if we put it in this room, it wouldn't have been big enough to have not had a lounge. And that room at the front was like, I think it might have been like 18 square metres, something like that, before we went in. So we had to take out, so this is a low ground wall, and you can see where we've sort of come in here. So beforehand that would have been a 90-degree angle. We basically had to keep the wall in there. There's an ensuite that was communal, or a bathroom that was communal, that we've had to make in that room. But to do that, we've had to move the entrance back. The hallway's got to be like 800, 900 wide. And then we're doing that as kinking in here. And then to take this wall out there, we've had to do the structural work along here, yeah, it's a bit of a ball ache. But it's worth it in the long run because you get the ensuite in here, the kitchenette in here, and you don't need a lounge. And if you can get away with having a lounge, that lounge could be a room which could add 80 grand plus in value.
Yeah.
So this property was bought for 350. The refurb is going to be about 130 to 140, and the new value should be 580 and 600 once it's all done. And then the net profit on the rent should be around £2.5 grand a month as well.
So for the viewers watching, how did you get started into doing this? And what is it that you're looking to try do in the future?
Yeah, so I started off by doing rent to rent, and then from there we had some deals that couldn't go through, so we started doing management for clients, where instead of renting the property off them, we'd collect all the rent and then take a percentage. From that, we then started doing lots of maintenance jobs, and then started doing some larger refurbishment works. So like the first one we did was like a almost back bricks refurb, like a rewire, new flooring, furniture, decorating, that sort of stuff. And then from there, we've just gone on to do much more HMO refurbs. A lot of them have been existing management clients we had, whose properties were quite suited to the HMO market or the student HMO market, and then doing refurbs and slight layout tweaks to maximise the rents they could get in the professional market. And then from there, I've done some investments with like flip projects, and now I'm doing HMO conversions all the time. So we do it for ourselves, so I'm buying one at the minute, and we also do it for investors as well. So we'll find them a property, do everything with like the planning, legals, finance, and then manage it, manage the refurb and do the refurb, and then manage all tenants afterwards as well.
So if you want to follow his journey, we'll put all of his socials in the description. Check him out and make sure you follow his journey.
Yeah, give him a follow because he's always sharing what he's basically doing. So, yeah.